got to feel a little bit of that warm up today, but we're going to feel it even more as we go into tomorrow ahead of the heat that is coming in for this weekend. Actually feeling it when you're waking up in the morning. A little bit warm out there with our lows, at least a little bit warmer than we have been. 67 for your low in La Crosse, 65 in Eau Claire. Still tracking some isolated storms, mainly along I-94 as we go into this evening, but they should continue to lessen and weaken a little bit until we get into the morning hours, and that's when we'll see that heavy rainfall start to move in. Here's the look at tomorrow's highs. Again, warm and humid out there, a little bit breezy. We'll have the winds blowing out of the south, so that's going to be aiding in those warmer temperatures coming in, and we'll also have some additional sunshine poking through once tomorrow's morning's rain moves out. All of that aiding in these nice temperatures. 88 for your high in La Crosse, 86 in Eau Claire, one of our warmer days so far, just in time for the first day of astronomical summer, and then we're going to warm up even more as we go into the weekend. Definitely going to start summer off with a scorcher. Here's those rain showers, though, that we have coming in fairly early on in the morning hours. Still continuing to see those isolated thunderstorms pop up mainly near and along I-94 as we go throughout the rest of the night, but they'll continue to move on out here over the next few hours, and then all of our attention really shifting off to the west. We'll start to see some showers moving in mainly south of I-94 sometime around 5 in the morning, so likely affecting most of our morning commutes. As it continues to move on out, we'll still see light to moderate showers across areas south of I-94, but the heaviest stuff really staying west of the Mississippi and south of I-90. That's where we're going to see those heaviest rain totals, maybe the potential for some hail within that as well, but the severity risk is looking fairly low for now. A lot of those showers continue to move on out, still tracking a few lighter ones lingering around 8 in the morning, but after 9, 10 in the morning tomorrow, a lot of that activity should be out, and then there's that peaks of sunshine going into the afternoon hours, really aiding in those temperatures getting up into the upper 80s. So here's a look at the rainfall going into tomorrow morning again, mainly seeing those measurable amounts south of I-94, but that heaviest stuff staying off to our southwest. Potential for it to still shift a little bit further to the north, so northeastern Iowa and southeastern Minnesota. Maybe want to be on the lookout for those heavier amounts because we could be seeing up to an inch, if not a little bit more, in the heaviest of it. And then after that, all of our attention shifting towards the weekend. Here's your highs for Saturday: 97 in both La Crosse and Eau Claire, hot, humid, and breezy out there. Still seeing those winds blowing out of the south. Sunday's low is definitely going to be something to talk about. Look at this. This is as low as we're expecting to get as we go into Sunday morning. 79 for your low in La Crosse, 78 in Eau Claire. Absurdly warm at every point throughout the day and night. Going into Sunday's highs then, staying in the mid-90s still for those highs. And then once you add that humidity onto it, it really feels much warmer than that. Here's that heat index going into Saturday. This is what it's going to feel like on your skin. Close to 105, if not a little bit warmer than that at the peak heating of the day sometime in the later afternoon hours. Almost exactly the same going into Sunday. We'll feel a slight cool down. It's weird to call it a cool down though going into Monday because it still could possibly feel close to 90, if not close to 100 as we go into the afternoon hours. But it will be an improvement nonetheless. And then going into Tuesday, much better of an improvement, getting back into the upper 70s, maybe a couple 80s out there. But the main story at that point will really be the heavy rain that we have coming in. Chance of rain and thunderstorms every single day next week. Possibility for some places to get well over 3 inches throughout the entirety of the week. So it's a little bit wet, but it will be cooler, at least a lot better than the 90s for this weekend.
Yeah, but for the weekend, great way to put it, absurdly warm.
Absurdly warm, scorcher, yeah.
Absolutely. Nicole, thank you.